Free silver coin giveaways every Tuesday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time only on the Whatnot app. No catch, guys. Free silver giveaways. Plus, you get the $15 credit to spend on the Whatnot app. You can purchase any product from any seller and use your $15 credit today. Download the Whatnot app at the link in the comments below or scan the QR code on the screen. Today we are looking at some rare coin mistakes you may have never known are actually valuable. So if you guys have an old coin jar or coin collection that you inherited, definitely watch this whole video. We're going to show you all kinds of different coins that are worth a lot more money than their face value. So we're going to go from the 1960s to the 1980s and show you guys what you can look for on your coins. This first coin here is a 1968 Denver minted Roosevelt dime. Now this coin is very common to have. However, this particular one has a mint error. It was struck onto a 25-cent thickness stock planchet, all right? So that's a quarter thickness planchet. So the coin weighs more than your typical dime would weigh. Now, this coin is graded by CAC or CAC, and this coin ended up selling for $84 at auction because of that mint error. Now, of course, the grade or the condition will affect the value of these coins as well. So let's move on here to a 1969 Washington quarter. Now, this is the proof quarter. So this is the coin that you will see in your 1969 proof coin sets. Not, typically at the bank, like a business strike, 1969 quarter would be at the bank. These did not go to banks. They were in proof coin sets, right? Now, this coin sold for over $500 at auction because it was double struck. It has that double strike. You can see the lettering, the date there, double struck, as well as all the rest of the coin design, right? So this coin, $500 a quarter there. All right, let's move on to another double strike. This is also a proof coin, 1970 S Mint Mark proof quarter. Again, you see the double strike, very obvious. That's why you should always inspect your proof coin sets as well. This would have been in a 1970 proof coin set. If you find any mint errors on your proof coins, in your proof coin sets, they can be valuable. This quarter sold for over $700 at auction. Now let's move on. We also have this taking place on a 1972 Washington quarter, S Mint Mark from the 1972 proof coin set that has been double struck. So again, pay attention to your proof coins. This coin also sold for over $700 at auction. Now this next quarter is what you would see, from the bank, a 1974 quarter. However, you see that the reverse has the clad layer and the obverse is missing the clad layer. That's why you see the inner copper core of the quarter here on the obverse of the quarter where you see the date and Washington's face, right? So that is a missing clad layer on the obverse of the coin, and the coin sold for around $80 at auction. Now, some of these missing clad layers on dimes and other coins can sell for a lot more money depending on the date of the coin and the condition, which is the grade of the coin. So all those things can affect the value. Moving on to a 1974, what was supposed to be a 1974 Washington quarter. However, you see the designs being cut off there. The whole quarter design does not fit onto this planchet, and that's because we have a quarter design that was accidentally struck onto a Jefferson nickel 5-cent planchet. So this coin, as a result, sold for $264. Now we looked at missing clad layers there on the Washington quarter. Now here's a couple different examples taking place on a Roosevelt dime. 1977 Roosevelt dime, missing the clad layer on the obverse of the coin. This coin sold for around $175. All right, let's move on to a 1977 Washington quarter, again, that was struck onto a 5-cent planchet. Now, the last one that we looked at was graded at a mint state 61. This one here is graded at a mint state 64. And this coin sold for over $260 as well. And the last one, I believe, was 1974. This is 1977. So not as noticeable as the 1974. You can see most of the lettering and design, but still a mint error that is over $250, so you can't really beat that. Now let's move on to a 1978 Jefferson nickel. You guys can see that it has a partial brockage here on the obverse of the coin. So this coin ended up selling for around $70 at auction. Not super valuable, but it's a modern coin that's worth more than its face value. Here is the 1980 Roosevelt dime that is missing the clad layer on the reverse of the coin. So this coin ended up selling for $84 at auction, graded at a mint state 62. Very nice, very nice. Now we have the 1980 Jefferson nickel design that was accidentally struck onto a penny planchet, a Lincoln 1-cent planchet, you know, that weighs 3.1 grams, copper planchet during that time period. So this is obviously a huge mistake, mint error, graded by CAC. The coin ended up selling for $242. because this design is not supposed to be on this planchet. We're supposed to have a penny design on this planchet, not a nickel design. Now we also have improperly annealed planchets that can take place on coins as well, and that's what this 1981 Roosevelt dime is. That's why this coin sold for $139 at auction. So always pay attention to your coins. Let's move on to one of my favorites of this video, the 1983 Jefferson nickel that has a die clash. So we have clashed and counter clashed dies. So you can see the design, you see those lines there, you see the design from the reverse, and then you also see the outline of the profile there of Jefferson as well. So you got the counter clash and the die clash taking place here. You can see the outline here of Jefferson on the reverse of the coin as well. It's a very nice die clash, and this coin ended up selling for $216. You can look for this on any type of coin, newer coins, older coins, all these different type of errors you can look for on just about any type of coin. Now here is a 1983 Washington quarter that was struck 20% off center. This coin sold for a little over $100. Moving on to a 1989 Jefferson nickel that has a very obvious broad strike error taking place. The coin sold for around $45, which I was kind of surprised. Something visually this appealing seems like it would sell for more, but only around the $45 range. So always inspect your coins, guys. You never know what you may find out there. And don't forget to hit those links in the comments below, especially if you guys want that free $15 credit to spend over on the Whatnot app. Hit that Whatnot link in the comments. You can spend it on whatever item from any seller that you want to purchase on the Whatnot app. So I'm doing free silver coin giveaways every Tuesday and Friday night at 7 p.m. only on the Whatnot app. If you download the app at the link in the comments below, you guys will be able to get in on the live coin auctions. We auction off silver coins, gold coins, penny rolls, ultra breaks coin packs, other gold and silver bars, coin sets. We auction it off starting at $1. Whatever the items sell for is what they sell for. People get deals and steals over on my Whatnot auctions. Download the app today to get that $15 credit. You guys can use it towards one of my coin mats, my coin books, or a coin on the Whatnot app, or whatever you want to purchase. A purse, coins, sports cards, Pokemon cards, yard sale items, storage unit items. Every category is basically available on the Whatnot app. So when you make your first purchase after downloading the Whatnot app through my personal link in the comments below, you will automatically have that $15 taken off of your very first purchase only on the Whatnot app. Can't stress it enough, guys. Download the app today at the link in the comments below. I am live streaming over there every Tuesday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it. Download it now and follow me, Couch Collectibles, on Whatnot. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.